It's about time you got here. Kiki Witherspoon glared at me from behind the nurse's station. 5 years my junior. She always looked like she was about to hit the runway instead of the emergency department, or ED as staff called it. She was the only nurse in the ED who could get away with not wearing scrubs, and few questioned it. Tonight she wore black skinny jeans, a pale pink top, and a rhinestone-studded headband that held back her long braids and matched a single bangle on her wrist. Despite her fashion-forward wardrobe, she wore little makeup, only lip gloss and eyeliner, and had no qualms about taking off her many rings to get her hands dirty. I'd watched her help clean up a child's diarrheal accident once, and on another occasion, I witnessed her help carry without hesitation several greasy bags that contained all the worldly goods of a homeless man seeking the warmth and safety of the ED. "I'll be with you in a moment, slowpoke," she said either to me or a tech who stood nearby. Several charts were in Kiki's hand, and pagers, phones, and even the intercom system sounded around her in chaotic dissonance. 12:30 a.m. in Metro Community's emergency department might as well have been 12:30 in the afternoon for how busy it was. The reality of a hospital by the hood. "Bed 2, she barked to an EMT team, pushing a new arrival from the ambulance bay. Bright blood trickled from the arm of the young man on the stretcher. Despite having a small stab wound near one of his biceps, a playful smile filled his face as he winked at the young attendant who pushed his IV pole. "Put your number in my phone, sweetheart." He nodded his head at her, as if they were meeting at the food court of a mall and not on the floors of the ED. She, for her part, ignored him, but I saw the flash of interest in her eyes. Fiending for love could be more dangerous than craving dope. "Sienna, I'll be right with you," Kiki shouted as she darted away and disappeared behind curtain number 7. What kind of emergency did she page me for? I shook my head and glanced at the time on a nearby phone. 12:36. Leon should be home by now. His bakery closed, pots and pans cleaned, floor swept, and glass display counters sparkling. My lips curled into a smile as I thought about the sweetness of his embrace, the faint taste of chocolate frosting on his lips, the warmth of his body that I knew was waiting in the bed we now shared as husband and wife. 12:43. My smile stopped. What emergency did Kiki have me missing my husband for? "Right with you." Kiki dashed by me again, this time heading for the radiology wing of the bustling ED. I groaned and marched away from the nurse's station, deciding to be proactive. Rooms 10 and 11, the stripped-down sparse units where psych patients were kept while awaiting emergency evaluations, were on the other side of the station. I stopped in my tracks the moment they both came in view. Empty. I could see the plastic beds, white walls, and plastic-enclosed televisions in each from where I stood. Really? They're both empty? I had agreed to carry the on-call pager for psych evals, while a replacement for the vacancy left by the weekend ED social worker's sudden departure was sought. I volunteered after being told it would be 3 Saturday nights at most, with on-site visits only for dire emergencies. The director of social work at the hospital, Mabel Plattsmith, was a good friend of my mentor, Ava Diggs. Ava said she would do it, and I said no way. Ava needed to rest and enjoy her retirement, and her cough nagged me. This was Saturday number 6. After making sure one of the 3 security officers who covered the ED was within running distance, I stepped into both